In recent years, AC Milan have strayed further and further away from the European super club they used to be, going from perennial title challengers and Champions League winners to mid-table finishers. However, following the new Chinese ownership in mid-April, which has brought about a significant investment at the start of this transfer window, there is fresh hope that AC Milan can return to their former glory. So far this summer, Vincenzo Montella's side have spent around £85 million on 4 players: Andre Silva from Porto, Frank Kessie from Atalanta, Ricardo Rodriguez from Wolfsburg, and Mateo Musacchio from Villarreal. Starting off with Andre Silva, who cost La Rossoneri €38 million. The 21-year-old is best described as an all-round striker, who will always find a way to score, and in my opinion suits Milan's style perfectly. At 6 foot tall, he has the physique to hold off defenders or dominate aerial duels, while being agile enough to find space inside the penalty area. His best attribute is his cutthroat finishing in the box, with all 20 of his goals last season coming from inside the penalty area. Adept with both feet and his head, he will always find a way to put the ball in the back of the net. However, he is not just a poacher and can fashion chances for himself as well as bring his teammates into play, shown by his 5 assists in Liga NOS last season. If you had to pick one weakness out of the Portuguese international's game, it would be his lack of pace and inability to exploit a high line. However, with Milan tending to dominate the ball, he wouldn't often need to get in behind the defence, and will instead be able to use his intelligence and clever movement to create chances for himself. Last season, Montella set Milan up in a possession-based 4-3-3, which looked like more of a 4-1-4-1 in defence and a 2-5-3 in attack, and I think Silva would be a significant improvement on Carlos Bacca in the striker position. Moving on to the second wonderkid Milan have signed so far this summer, Frank Kessie from Atalanta. To help La Rossoneri meet financial fair play regulations, the Ivorian was acquired on a 2-year loan, costing £6.8 million, with the obligation to buy at the end of the 24-month period for £17 million. The 20-year-old is a combative central midfielder, who has frequently been likened to his fellow countryman Yaya Toure, due to his strength, comfort on the ball and ability to progress the play from midfield to attack, shown in his impressive 68% take-on success in Serie A. Last season, Milan only scored 57 league goals, with none of their usual central midfielders, Bonaventura, Cuca and Locatelli, exceeding 3 in the league. Kessie's late runs into the box improved Atalanta's attack greatly last season, as he scored 6 league goals. This facet of his game will give Milan more variation in their attacks and more goals from central midfield. He will almost certainly play as one of Milan's 3 central midfielders. However, after starting off his career as a central defender, the Ivorian could fill in there in an injury crisis. Alongside the 2 youngsters, Milan signed 2 defenders who are coming into the prime of their careers: 24-year-old Ricardo Rodriguez and 26-year-old Mateo Musacchio. Despite his age, Swiss left-back Ricardo Rodriguez has already had 5 consistent seasons in the Bundesliga, where he has established himself as one of the most talented left-backs in world football. Rodriguez is an offensive fullback who repeatedly gets up and down the left flank, excelling in the attacking phase with his brilliant technical ability and using his athleticism to track back and recover. The Swiss international will suit Milan's style perfectly, as in Montella's 4-3-3, the fullbacks push up very high and are greatly involved in the play. Rodriguez is also a very competent defender, who uses his strength and intelligence to stop opposition attacks, shown by his impressive 5 defensive actions per game last season. Not only will Rodriguez contribute in open play, he is also an exceptional free kick and penalty taker with a wand of a left foot. Moving on to the first signing Milan made this summer, Mateo Musacchio from Villarreal for £15 million. In Alessio Romagnoli, Milan have one of the most promising young defenders in world football. Brilliant with the ball at his feet, able to read the game around him and physically imposing. Yet for the past 2 seasons, Milan have struggled to find a partner for the Italian, with Christian Zapata sidelined for most of the season and Gabriel Paletta not the long-term solution at 31 years old. In his time at Villarreal, Musacchio played alongside the likes of Diego Godin, Eric Bailly and Gonzalo Rodriguez, and at Milan the Argentinian has the potential to form a formidable partnership with Romagnoli. Musacchio is a ball-playing, tactically astute defender who will slot into La Rossoneri's 4-3-3 perfectly and will be comfortable with the onus of bringing the ball out of the defence, with 82% of his passes forward last season. Although he is not the most physical of defenders, with winning the ball in the air being a weakness in his game, his ability to read the game around him often makes up for it. If he is to line up alongside Romagnoli, they could form a similar relationship to Bonucci and Chiellini at Juventus, with Romagnoli taking up the Chiellini role of being aggressive and imposing, and Musacchio reading the game and sweeping up in behind, and both being good on the ball. Overall, all four of Milan's signings are forward-thinking and suit the system well, and if the new owners put their trust in Vincenzo Montella, will help AC Milan return to the top end of Serie A. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.